Anthony Joshua has promised to make British boxing fans forget about David Haye and Tyson Fury's fight being postponed and win on his professional debut this weekend. The Olympic super heavyweight champion takes on unbeaten Italian Emanuele Leo at the O2 Arena on Saturday and hopes it will be the start of great things.
Now we're going to get into the real workout.
Relaxed and prepared for his first professional fight this Saturday, Anthony Joshua is ready to start what he hopes will be the journey to become world champion.
I know what I'm getting into, I know how to prepare for it mentally. That's why I think I'm very relaxed at the minute going into October the 5th, is because what I've experienced before, and which I didn't have as an amateur, experiences which I have as a professional. So the start of the journey, hopefully it's a great one and we will get that world title, God willing. I'm with a good promotional team and I'm sure they can pull the strings to make it happen.
He hasn't fought since winning Olympic super heavyweight gold 14 months ago. But even an unbeaten Italian opponent holds no fear for his first pro fight.
Someone's always got to go. You're joking, but it is what it is, isn't it? He's coming to fight, I'm coming to fight. We all train, we're all boxers. Someone's got to walk out a winner, and that's what I'm preparing to be.
I wanted him to have a tough test. You know, we're going to try and potentially move him on. He's going to learn every time. I want someone who's going to try and come and beat Anthony Joshua, because that's when I think you're going to see the sensational performances and knockouts. Someone who's throwing punches, trying to knock Joshua out at the same time. And, you know, the public don't just want to see bodies in the ring, they want to see people with ambition. And Joshua's got a tough fight on Saturday for his opening.
With David Haye and Tyson Fury's fight postponed until February, Joshua is happy for the focus of British heavyweight boxing to be on him.
I'm not shying away from it, you know, make the most of it, because this doesn't last forever. So while I'm here, I just want to make sure my era is a successful one. So thank you to all my supporters as well, and I'll keep on trying to shine bright.
Whatever the outcome this weekend, Joshua is looking for 3 more fights this year, which could see him on his way to fighting for a world title. Adam Reed, Sky Sports.
I haven't done this for like 6 months, so we'll see. It's going to be fun.
That's because Lawrence Okoye has left the world of discus and is ready for his first pre-season in the NFL as a San Francisco 49er.
The pads come on in training camp, so we actually start hitting everyone. So yeah, it gets a bit physical, and you know, it's going to be fun, and I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully I'll get a chance to show everyone my physicality. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Last summer he was throwing for Team GB in the Olympic final and was back on familiar ground at his old school, inspiring current pupils. Whites on 3, 1, 2, 3! It's great to see like all the kids are really enthused to see me, and it makes a big difference, it really does. And I just hope to make everyone proud and do well, and hopefully more kids will come out of the school and do something similar to what I'm doing. His desire to play in the NFL has taken him from Croydon to California, and it's meant he's had to learn a whole new game. It's humbling to see a team buy into someone that's never played the game before, and it's, to be such a part of such a big organisation, the second most successful team in NFL history is big. And I'm looking to do everyone in San Francisco proud, and everyone over here proud by, you know, stepping up and working hard, and when I get thrown to the floor, get back up again. After impressing his new coaches during early NFL sessions, Okoye is keen to show them he isn't afraid of a challenge. Really looking forward to getting back to the States. Everything steps up a notch now, and it's just about being as hard and as tough as possible and showing what I can do. His old school is already proud of his achievements, but Okoye has his sights on fulfilling an American dream. Adam Reed, Sky Sports.
Now, more than 1,000 Coventry fans travelled to Crawley for their first game of the season and used it as an opportunity to show their anger at how owners Sisu are running the club. The game had to be stopped for some time after the fans invaded the pitch, which Coventry eventually lost 3-2.
A day after the Football League docked Coventry 10 points, 1,000 of their fans headed to Crawley, determined to enjoy themselves. Hey, come on! Their season opener was an away match, but supporters want answers about their home games as the dispute over the Ricoh Arena continues. We're from Cov. Why aren't we playing in Cov?
We're Coventry City, we should be playing in Coventry. Everybody knows that. The only people that don't seem to be listening to that is Sisu.
I just haven't got a clue anymore what's going on. My season's finished already before it's even started.
It is ridiculous, isn't it, that we've got that facility and yet we are going cap in hand to Northampton to ask to play on their park, really. 6, 6, 6.
Visiting fans made themselves heard before kick-off, but their side started badly, going 2-0 down early on. First through Jamie Proctor's solo run, and then Joe Walsh's header. Frustrations amongst the away crowd spilt onto the pitch, which meant a delay in play. When calm was restored, Coventry's players showed spirit, first through Callum Wilson, before Frank Musa equalised. A point would have taken them to -9, but they were denied even that when Mike Jones won it for Crawley, leaving Stephen Pressley as disappointed as the travelling fans.
Nobody condones that type of behaviour, but you have to be understanding of the frustrations of our supporters over the period. Nobody understands more what they've had to endure over the last 4 or 5 months, and we have complete sympathy for them, complete understanding. But together, and only together will we prevail and get out of this, and I think that was very evident today.
With many fans promising to boycott home games at Northampton's Sixfield Stadium, it may be left to the away support to inspire Coventry this season. Adam Reed, Sky Sports.
Leon Best scored a late equaliser for Blackburn in their opening match of the new Championship season at Derby. But for 89 minutes, it looked as though Nigel Clough, the longest-serving manager in the division, had picked up all 3 points.
Coming in, boys!
Derby and Blackburn rounded off the opening weekend of the new football season at a wet Pride Park, the fixture bringing together 2 founding members of the Football League. Under Gary Bowyer, things at Blackburn are relatively calm compared with last season, and with Jordan Rhodes around, they looked to threaten early on. Alan Judge was making his second Blackburn debut after returning to the club, and he went close to opening the scoring. Another chance fell Rhodes' way, and he couldn't believe he hadn't given Blackburn the lead.
My goodness, it was very nearly 1-0 Blackburn Rovers.
More disappointment for Blackburn came when Ruben Rashina needed 5 minutes worth of treatment before leaving the pitch with a dislocated shoulder. When play resumed, a Derby free kick was misjudged by Alex Marrow, and after the ball struck his arm, referee Stuart Atwell gave a penalty. It was then left to new signing Johnny Russell to mark his first appearance with a goal.
He's off and running. Derby County are off and running.
Into the second half, and Blackburn continued to press, still without any reward. Derby's teenage midfielder Will Hughes is currently waiting for his A-level results, and his skillful work nearly led to a second Derby goal.
Wonderful approach play by Will Hughes.
Blackburn thought they should have had a penalty of their own when Rhodes went down, but this time nothing was given.
I think he's fortunate to get away without giving a penalty away because he's nowhere near the ball.
As the game entered the final minute, Blackburn finally made a breakthrough.
Oh, what a wonderful goal. Premier League class in the Championship.
It meant a point each from their opening fixture, with both sides hoping it's the start for a push for a top 6 finish. Adam Reed, Sky Sports.
Okay, thanks. Cheers.
A new home for Barnet and a first chance for Edgar Davids and his side to play a match at the Hive, with finishing touches to the ground being made right up until kick-off.
I'm proud we have a new home, but for us, this training site was never intended to be a stadium site. We always wanted to be in the borough of Barnet, but after years and years of just constantly arguing with the council, we just felt we had to get on and get the job done. And I think we've created a nice, tidy little stadium here.
Their old home of Underhill was famous for its sloping pitch, but it seems they weren't keen on bringing it with them.
No slope here, dead flat pitch, wonderful.
The only moving in present Ipswich brought was a goal from David McGoldrick as they won the game 1-0. But the home fans seemed happy in their new surroundings.
I was the last person who backed this move, I must admit, but I have been proved wrong by the chairman.
It's a really impressive ground, really like it. I was heartbroken to leave Underhill, but I think we can make it our own.
I don't feel like I'm at a Barnet home game yet because it's so different. It's a nice new modern ground with modern facilities.
The club slipped out of the Football League last season, but the new facilities and stadium make Davids excited about their chances in the conference.
You create a new infrastructure, you have a new journey ahead, so then sometimes you have to cut the old ties loose and try something new.
Barnet's fans will have to wait for their first goal at the Hive, but the club believe their new stadium will bring them plenty of cheer this season. Adam Reed, Sky Sports.
A year on from London 2012, and figures from Sport England reveal that basketball is one of the sports with the most significant increase in participation levels. But some coaches still feel that there are failings at grassroots level.
Last summer's Olympics wanted to leave a legacy which would inspire a generation. But at this popular South London basketball club, they haven't seen any change.
There's been no impact at all at grassroots level in this sport, certainly. I'd like to see more acknowledgements on the ground, on the grassroots level. There is enough money, but it's not being spent where it should be, where it would have most impact in terms of more participation.
Earlier this year, basketball's funding was withdrawn before getting a £7 million reprieve, based on the sport fulfilling strict performance criteria.
If you want us to grow, we need to expose our young players to the very highest level of competition that they can be exposed to. Without that, they don't have any chance of being able to compete at the highest level, so why pull that opportunity away?
The decision to dismantle the Olympic Park's basketball arena since London 2012 has also been met with confusion.
The fact that there was one, it's been taken down, it's an absolute scandal. Do you know there isn't a first-class basketball facility in London? Basketball only? There isn't one.
Those learning skills on the court, however, are still holding on to their hoop dreams.
I heard about this player called Luau Deng, and I thought, well, this guy's pretty good if he came from a hard background, so I thought, I want to strive to be like him and maybe be better than him at one point.
There are so many people who want to play basketball, but they're not made aware of clubs like this or even parks, for example.
A lot more people are taking up and preferring to play basketball inside the club. People come through now and then, but yeah, we just need more places to train, really.
Basketball's funding will be reviewed again next year, which could make all the difference for Team GB's chances at the Olympics in 2016. Adam Reed, Sky Sports. It's normal I don't know all Turkish players. I know a few, but not all of them very well, because some are young. I believe we'll have a bit of luck, seeing there's a break before the next games. After the next match, we'll have a bit more time to get to know each other better. I think Galatasaray have a very good team, but there's always room for improvement. That's achieved through hard work, but in terms of tactics, not even I know. We'll wait and see.
Pre-season wins for two Premier League sides this evening, Manchester United and West Bromwich Albion. Have Hull completed the set at Peterborough? Adam Reed.
Yes, they have, Adam. It's finished here 1-0. Manuel Figueroa's goal, the difference in the end between the two sides. His strike, the great goal it was, coming in the first half, flying into the top right-hand corner from the edge of the box. That goal coming actually at the time against the run of play. Peterborough showed some really good football moving forward and were looking the more threatening, and in fact went very close just before that. Lee Tomlin in particular played well in that first half for them before being brought down, and he actually had to go off just before half-time. Peterborough made wholesale changes in the second half, an entirely new side, apart from Danny Swanson, who'd come on just earlier on in the end of the first half. That meant they lost their way a little bit and were slightly less threatening. Nathaniel Mendes-Lang particularly was lively for them in the second half, but they didn't offer too much going forward. Hull, by contrast, were very comfortable in the second half. They were on the ball quite a lot at the time. It was nice passing moves. George Boyd stayed on for some of the second half against his former club and was looking lively going forward down that left-hand side. Changes came Hull's way as well, and Aaron McLean against his former club was coming on the right-hand side, and he played particularly well as well, putting in some quite telling balls and creating some chances for Hull. Pretty comfortable for Hull in the end. Steve Bruce may have liked a couple more goals ahead of their next pre-season game as they build up to the start of the Premier League season. They're building up to a game against Chelsea, is their first game, but they head off to Germany next for a game against Dynamo Dresden. Peterborough, meanwhile, they start their League One campaign against Swindon on Saturday.